Marjorie Taylor Green and Jewish space lasers. Welcome to Truth Duel Official. In this video, you'll learn about Marjorie Taylor Green, lasers, and how she believes she needs to save us from Jewish space lasers. Is Marjorie cuckoo for cocopuffs? Are the alleged devices of Semitic origin a pure fiction? Did they actually cause a natural disaster? What is the current status of space laser technology? Be sure to stick around till the end of this video to find out all this and more, like how to avoid getting rabies. But first, I am your host, Misinformation. If you like this channel, make sure to subscribe to receive more great politics, straight-up lunacy, misinformation analysis, and other sentiments and ramblings that please and amuse us. And become a truth dueler, because only you can slay misinformation at its source. Get our app on truthduel.com. US Representative Marjorie Taylor Green, the laser beam queen from the state of lunacy, or is it Georgia, ignited a firestorm in 2018 when she's reported to have stated in a now deleted Facebook post that the wildfires in California were started by, wait for it, Jewish space lasers. Ugh. Oh, Marjorie. We'll get back to you in a few moments, dear. When I think of space lasers, I think of Star Wars and they go up to fight the Death Star, and young Mr. Mark Hamill. I think of pew, 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 boom. But that's the movies. Let's now watch a short video on all the cool laser technology being developed and even deployed by the military, uncovered by Truth Duel investigative reporters.
So LAWS is really designed to give the Navy an alternative to all the conventional weapons that we've had. So it's the first one that's out the door in a maritime environment to get to the Navy after next, which is very much about how you encounter surface and air targets.
We want to make sure that we can have a viable counter to any threat. So unmanned aerial systems are an emerging technology. We're seeing increased proliferation here inside this operating area.
We're going to launch the Scan Eagle, which is our unmanned aerial system. It's going to go out and it's going to fly a series of tracking patterns in front of the ship. It'll give us the opportunity to go through the tracking pattern, go through the motions of it. We'll engage that aerial platform with photons going at the speed of light, which will heat it to the point of destruction and cause it to crash into the ocean.
Lasers can protect us from our enemies, and maybe even someday save us from the next extinction-level asteroid strike. You know what I mean? The asteroid that turned this into this. But wait, there's more. More lasers. Lasers have made the world a better place for all of us. For those who take advantage of the technology, cosmetic lasers give us smooth, beautiful skin by removing unwanted hair anywhere on the body. Imagine beach season without lasers. Ew! Speaking of the beach, men, when you go to the beach, do you want to look like a Yeti or a gold medal Olympic swimmer? There's a laser for that. Older men, are you tired of plucking out unruly ear or nose hairs? There's a laser for that. So many lasers. But, Marjorie, lasers are not now and never have been used to start forest fires in California. If you've been living under a rock or need a reminder, Congressperson Marjorie Taylor Green, Miss MTG, is a 47-year-old far-right conspiracy theorist. Her statements and social media posts are endlessly, interesting. Conspiracy theories can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. The scope of what makes a conspiracy is large, but for believing in conspiracies to be so central to your identity means you had to have said some pretty far-out stuff. Far-out stuff, but not always in a cool way. Miss MTG burned her visage into the American political psyche in 2018 when over 7,000 incidents of wildfires burned nearly 2 million acres of land in California. The place was up in flames and deemed one of the deadliest and most destructive wildfire seasons. This is no laughing matter. Loss of life, habitat, livelihood, and property is serious and not to be trivialized. But Truth Duel producers are obliged to bring you the facts so you know what is happening. People and politicians are super vocal about the causes of wildfires, but Miss MTG was in a class of her own. Memers, people, and the media ran with it, creating a thriving cottage industry of memes and products. How did all this start? Did Miss MTG really say that California wildfires were started by Jewish space lasers? It was November 17, 2018, when she took to Facebook to write a lengthy, detailed post about how the wildfires in California were started. She has since deleted that post, but nothing on the internet is ever truly deleted. And here it is in Forbes. I mean, that's pretty convoluted. Let's get to the nub, shall we? She stated that she'd been doing research and that stocks at PG&E were tanking, but Roger Kimmel, on the board of directors, was also the vice chairman of the international investment banking firm Rothschild Inc. What? She then continues dissing PG&E and the Rothschilds company and anyone involved. Then, the lasers. She claims to have engaged with people who saw lasers, or blue beams of light, causing the fires. She then ends everything with a weird tangent about how whoever bought PG&E stock at the bottom of the announcement is really lucky, I guess. She makes a point to say, quote, "Great connections right there," end quote. When proving her point, if we can call it a point. Blah, blah, blah. If you can't follow that trail of droppings, you're not alone. Her main explanation for the laser beam theory is that they probably came from the sun, but maybe there's space too, because if they can get energy from the sun, then they can get it from space too, right? Is she talking about zero-point energy? Most likely not. So what's the Jewish connection to this? It's because the main perpetrators seem to be the Rothschilds family and anyone in contact with them. Invoking the Rothschilds is a centuries-old anti-Semitic trope that has been used by all manner of nefarious characters in world history. It's a study unto itself. But don't just take our word for it. The Encyclopedia Britannica has all the answers. As a Jewish family, the Rothschilds have been targeted by conspiracy theorists as a prime example of Jews allegedly using their money to control global financial institutions. So yeah, in practical terms, she said it. It's a dog whistle. Urban Dictionary defines a dog whistle as: dog whistle is a type of strategy of communication that sends a message that the general population will take a certain meaning from, but a certain group that is in the know will take away the secret, intended message. Often involves code words. Fast forward to 2021, and she's taking it all back. She's been vocal about the fact that she does not believe in space lasers and isn't anti-Semitic, apparently. She said that those words have never been typed or left her mouth because she just doesn't believe it. Who knows? Politicians frequently live in special states of denial. Do you think Miss MTG, the laser beam queen, deliberately agitated her base with thinly veiled anti-Semitic dog whistles? What other dog whistles do politicians use when they're looking for plausible deniability? Let us know in the comments below. So the real question is, what was MTG smoking on November 17th of 2018? If she doesn't feel that way anymore, or claims to have just never felt that way at all, who made that Facebook post? The aliens? If UFOs are important to you, like they are to Truth Duel producers, be sure to check out our video, How Marco Rubio Will Ride a UFO into the White House. Misinformation wishes you well and says that you should be careful when playing with dog whistles. You might get bit by your own words. P.S. Make sure that your four-legged friends receive their rabies vaccinations regularly to keep yourselves, your family, and neighbors safe from rabies exposure. We did not talk about Bernie Sanders' mittens in this article. Why not? Until next time, make sure to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and become a Truth Dueler. If you don't, the Republican National Committee will endorse your opponent in the next election.